Hi, I'm Reyn Ou. I am 22 West's News and Public Affairs Director, but for the purpose of this video, I am just your average mechanical keyboard enthusiast. $131, I'm in debt. Have you seen like crime statistics? I put it upside down, oh, I'm on company time! Can you at least pretend that you like care? They should have raised my Zoloft prescription. This keyboard, all these components, I purchased them for, let's see, this was like $35, this was like another $35, and this was like $80. I think I did the math beforehand and it comes down to around $131. Just for reference, the average cost of a session of therapy in Southern California comes down to between $100 and $150. So anyways, this keyboard, I am deciding to build it for my girlfriend, Alina. And before you guys ask, Reyn, how can you be into keyboards and still have a girlfriend? Good, I guess. So this is the case. There's a lot of different kinds of cases, plastic, metal, aluminum. I would like to mention that I did spend $130 on this, but that is considered to be very, very cheap. Just to provide perspective on what cheap means in the world of mechanical keyboards. $130, I am $1,000 in medical debt. That is over 1/10 of the amount I owe to St. Mary Medical Center. I owe $1,000 to St. Mary's Medical Center. Keycaps. These are the things that you see on the keyboard. They come in a lot of different designs. This is particularly a very cute design. It's what made me want to build this keyboard in the first place. And they have like a gradient of pink to blue, which are coincidentally one of Alina's favorite colors, and she likes butterflies. This keyboard keycap design has butterflies on it. Caroline and Anthony are currently sitting in front of me here. Now they're like making like disapproving glances at me, and they're calling me slurs, and they're being really, really mean, and it's almost making me cry. Last component, switches. Now switches you probably don't really know much about because the keyboards that you use probably don't use mechanical switches. You are probably used to, you know, the little rubbery, sticky little membrane keyboards that are typically found in—
Army.
Exactly. They're typically found in your laptop keyboards. Mechanical switches are very different. They have several components to them and they cost a lot of money. So I would understand if you didn't really care. I cannot explain to you just how many components there are to mechanical keyboards without wasting time. I am on the clock. ASI upstairs, they don't know that they're paying me to do this. I'm building a keyboard on company time. Switches. When you press the keycap, it activates the switch. The switch sends an electrical signal to the motherboard, which registers the key press. That's a brutal explanation of how keyboards work. Oh no, I have to put everything back and make everything nice because this is a professional development. Oh, each switch costs about like 20 cents. I bought 90 switches. I don't do math. I'm a journalism major. We fabricate everything. That's like something that they don't tell you in journalism school. We like fabricate everything. Have you seen like crime statistics? I don't know if you read like New York Times or whatever, but like all the stories that they like produce about crime is just manufacturing consent from a police state. I don't know why I'm talking about this in the video about keyboards, but like I am the news director. I'm also a bitch. What you typically do is that you put the switch into the keyboard. This is what you call a switch opener. It's a cat. It's holding a little fishbone. It's very cute. It's a little mechanism and you use to open your little switches inside because there's people who like to modify their switches. So what you do is that you put the switch in the switch opener and then you take the little— I put it upside down, oh no! Did I do this right? No, I did do this right. Everything's going to hell. I'm on company time! Oh, it did open. I didn't believe in it enough. Sometimes you just gotta believe. When I say people like to modify their switches, they typically like to lubricate their switches. I refuse to say the shorter version in this production because—
What is the shorter version?
The shorter version of lubricate is lube. Everyone says to lube the switches with lube using lubing tools so that you can lube your switches. This cost me $15. You typically get a tiny little glob and you take your stem and then you evenly distribute all around. The reason why people lubricate their switches is because the friction of plastic against plastic produces a scratchy sound that people often don't like. The lube helps reduce the friction and produce an overall cleaner and more smooth sound. So anyways, you put the spring onto the little bottom housing, you put the stem inside the spring, you take the top housing and you gently, you gently snap it back into place. And that's how you lube a switch. Everything about this requires patience. I have practiced Buddhism in my time. I think it's not for me. That's one switch.
Do you want to fill the entire thing?
I want to fill the entire thing just so I can like put the keycaps on top.
Okay, do you want me to help?
Can you at least pretend that you like care so like we can get this?
Reyn, so how was your day today?
My day was fine, you know, like I woke up.
I don't like know what to do with this, you know?
Here, let me teach you, because teaching is the greatest source of joy that exists in this world.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's why professors are tenured, right? These pins line up with these little black circles that you see on the motherboard here. Fun fact, this is Anthony Lewis, former intern, now volunteer, 21 years old. What other identifiers are there that I can like use for you?
I'm black.
You're black. When I first met T-Money, it was in his first day of his internship. I needed someone to help me film a protest. I grabbed T-Money, put a black magic camera in his hands and said, you're gonna come with me and you're gonna film a protest. Anthony's first day as an intern 22 was I threw him in the front lines of a protest.
It was the best day of my life, honestly.
Really?
That's not good.
We were like in a meeting.
We went to the valley together,
It's
dude.
called sarcasm. I don't know if you guys can pick that up.
I'm kind of like neurodivergent, dude. I don't.
You know what? I don't even know what that means, but I'm gonna just roll with it, bro. Okay, there we go.
Yay!
Yay!
We put in the switches. That's what happens when you have the power of friendship and coercion.
Wait, let's do a cool transition where you like put it on and then like we'll cut.
Oh, we'll cut and then it'll like explode or like we'll do like a match cut.
Yeah.
Good thinking, Dewey.
How do you feel?
I feel like they should have raised my Zoloft prescription. This build is what you would call the stock build because you didn't modify anything. You just put together what the manufacturers gave you. Stock build.
My keys are really dirty.
Your keys are really dirty?
Yeah, I haven't cleaned them.
Oh, that's fine. It's pretty. This is a keyboard. It's much smaller and tinier and a lot more compact than the keyboard that I got Alina. Alina's a programmer. That is something that she is. She programs. She needs this extra set of keys for whatever she does with her time. Dewey is a gamer. Dewey is a video editor. Dewey used to play Genshin. Anyways, this is what his keyboard sounds like. They're not that bad. Like, they're just a little bit overlubed. When you spend too much time in this hobby, you start overwhelming yourself with just how much bullshit you know. And when you talk to normal people about it, they start to realize that you're not very sane inside. We're almost out of time.
You have a class to go to.
I have a class to go to because I am a student here at California State University of Long Beach. I am a journalism student. I am a news director. I write news. And I just spent the past 2 hours building a keyboard and getting paid for it. Checkmate, liberals. We live in a world where our worth is defined by how much output that we give. Every second that I don't spend working is a second wasted. I've been taught to feel guilty about that. I think we all have whenever we don't make something that can be directly translated into capital because we've lived for centuries under this system of capitalism since the Industrial Revolution. I'm pretty sure I'm blacklisted on a couple government watch lists because of my past involvement with certain organizations. But what do I know? This is a video about keyboards.